Hi, my dear listeners. Welcome to the new episode of Peter's English podcast. Welcome to welcome into my new episode from the series about Greek mythology. This episode is about Aphrodite. I want to tell about her, and then I want to tell you some stories from the Greek mythology about her. And we can start right now. Who was Aphrodite in the Greek mythology? Aphrodite was the Greek... Wait a minute. Bohynia in English. I think it's goddess. Yes, of course. Aphrodite was the Greek goddess of love, beauty, desire, and fertility. She is famous as the most beautiful goddess of the all Greek goddess. Aphrodite was born from Morská penna. From the sea foam. Yes, that's interesting. Aphrodite was born from the sea foam when Uranus, the god of the sky, was was overthrown thanks to his son Kronos. She has born when Kronos chodiť in English. Chodiť niečo. Hodil niečo. Yes, when Aphrodite was born when Kronos threw Uranus' genitals into the ocean. Aphrodite is connected with love, beauty, príťažlivosť. With attraction and erotics. Yes, and erotics. But don't worry, people. I will be polite, of course. Every story of the Greek mythology in that was Aphrodite was about love story and desires. Aphrodite was married with Hephaestus, the god of fire and kovačstva. Kovač in English. Kovačstvo. Blacksmithing. Yes, he was the god of Hephaestus was the god of fire and blacksmithing. Their marriage was very sad because Aphrodite had a lot of love affairs with different gods, especially with Ares, the god of the war. The symbols of Aphrodite are roses. I think Ruja is roses, rose, Rúža, wait a minute. Rúža. Rose, yes, of course. The symbols of Aphrodite are rose, holubica, dav, mušľa a zrkadla. Mušľa, muscle and zrkadlo. And mirror is of course mirror. That's interesting. These subjects are often shown in art and literature as the symbols of power and beauty. Aphrodite in Greek mythology is the symbol of love that ovplyvňuje affects. Yes. Impacts. That impacts, yes, I think that impacts with gods, but I people. Her love is important for harmony in the world and is a symbol of connection between the body and the soul. I think dusha is soul in English, but okay. I can watch dusha. Yes, soul, I was right. We can continue. The most favorite lovers of Aphrodite are Ares, the god of war, Adonis, a handsome young man, who Aphrodite had a lot of lovers, but the most famous is Ares, the god of war, and Adonis, a handsome young man who she loved a lot. Their story is the most famous in Greek mythology. Aphrodite was a goddess who predstavovala. Yes, represented, yes, of course. Aphrodite was a goddess who represents general human feelings like love and desire. She uctievaná. Here we again people, uctievaná in English, I don't know. Uctievať niečo. Worship. Worship. Worship, adore, honored, yes, of course. She was honored in a lot of Greek cities, and that's the general information about Aphrodite. And now we can continue with the interesting stories about Aphrodite, and the first is the born of Aphrodite. I was talking about it, but I can to repeat that Aphrodite was born from the sea foam. Pena is foam. Pena, morská pena. Wait a minute, people. Pena. Sea foam, yes. Aphrodite was born from the sea foam when the Uranus genitals, who was the god of the sky, got into the sea. This is povod. Origin. This origin symbolizes the connection between beauty and the power of the love. The second story is about Aphrodite and Adonis. This is very famous story in that Adonis was a beautiful. This beautiful is for girls. Adonis was a handsome young man who with them Aphrodite fall in love. Adonis was killed by a wild Giviak. Wait a minute, Giviak. The boar, I think, thanks to wild boar, when he was hunting, Aphrodite was very sad, and žiaľ. Unfortunate, no. She was very sad, and when she was crying, she changed his blood into the flower anemone, I don't know. The first story is about Aphrodite and Ares. Aphrodite had a secret relationship with Ares, the god of the war. But she was married with Hephaestus, the god of blacksmithers, I think. Blacksmithers. I have to repeat again. Kovač. Blacksmith. Kovačstvo. Blacksmithing, yes. Hephaestus was the god of blacksmithing. Their affair was discovered. Yes, the affair between Aphrodite and Ares was discovered when Hephaestus caught them in his sieť. Haha, network web, no. How can I say in English? I don't know really. Wait a minute, I have to pause the podcast. We are back, people, and I want to repeat the story about Aphrodite and Ares because I forgotten where we are, and I want to repeat you that Aphrodite had a secret love relationship with Ares, the god of war, but she was married with Hephaestus, the god of blacksmithing. The love affair between Aphrodite and Ares was odhalená. Odhaliť. Discovered. Reveal. No. Yes. Was discovered when Hephaestus, the god of blacksmithing, caught them into his net. Yes, of course, it was his net. and thanks to Hephaestus net, everyone discovered, every Greek god discovered nevera. How can we say nevera? I have to ask ChatGPT. Nevera in English. Infidelity. Every Greek god with the Hephaestus discovered Aphrodite's infidelity with Ares. The fourth story is about the Troja War, in that the prince of Troja, Paris, požiadať. Was requested by Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite, who is the most beautiful goddess, and Aphrodite slúbila. Promised him, and Aphrodite promised him the love with the most beautiful wife, Helen of Sparta. Thanks to it was the big war between Greeks and Troja. The fifth story is about Aphrodite and Psyche. It was a love story, in that was Aphrodite jealous. Aphrodite sent his son Eros to Psyche, because she wanted that Psyche zariadiť. There are a lot of English vocabulary. Zariadiť. Aran, yes, of course. Aphrodite wanted that her son had to arrange the love between Psyche and terrible monster, but Eros fell in love into Psyche. Psyche had to zvládnu skúšky. Psyche had to handle a lot of tests. Thanks to it, she could marry with Eros. The sixth story is about Aphrodite and Eros. Aphrodite was married with Hephaestus, the god of blacksmith, but their marriage wasn't about the love between them. Hephaestus was a good but Fyzicky neobratný boh. I don't know how to translate it really. Neobratný. Yes, clumsy. But he was very laskavý. He was very kind, but clumsy. But he had to but he had to marry with Aphrodite because it was the contract between the gods. Aphrodite was married with Hephaestus, but she had a lot of lovers. The next story is about Aphrodite and Troja War. Aphrodite was very important because Paris had to choose what goddess was the most beautiful, and Aphrodite got him to love with the most beautiful woman, Helena of Sparta. Thanks to it, it was a big war between Troja and Greeks. And the last story is about the birth of Eros. Eros was the son of Aphrodite and Ares. This story is one of these stories that show us the contrast between love and war in the Greek mythology. When Aphrodite and Ares fall in love with each other, they had their son Eros, that was the god of desire and vášeň. Wait a minute, vášeň. And passion. And passion? Wait a minute. I don't know, it is passion. Passion. I have to ask ChatGPT again. Vášeň. Passion. Passion. Yes, he was. Eros was the god of desire and passion. Eros was very famous thanks to his skills, that he had the skills and power to ovládať. Thanks to control, yes, of course, thanks to control the hearts of gods and normal people. He is represented as a little boy with the krídla. As a little boy with the wings, yes, of course, who strieľa šípy. Šípy lásky. who can shot arrows of love. Where are we? Yes, here. Thanks to it, people and gods could fall in love with somebody. These arrows was the very strong tool. Thanks to it, Eros can control love and Náklonnosť. Affection. Okay. Thanks to it, people or gods can have nečakané a osudové stretnutie. Thanks to it, people or gods can have an unexpected and faithful meetings. And what now? Eros was the unstoppable force that could connect people and gods, but it could create chaos a zmetok. Chaos and confusion. Where are we? Yes, Eros. Thanks to his Eros of love, could Eros created chaos and confusion between the people that fell in love with each other. Eros was very important in every aspect of the life, and he was a very important part of every story about love, romantics, and these are in Greek mythology. Now I want people to end my longer episode about Aphrodite, and in that I was recording, monitoring, and translating in the same episode, and I want to tell you thank you for listening, and I want to tell you bye bye.